Sports Day is brought to you by Barton Community College. Explore your future and get started now. Visit gobarton.com.
Okay, Sports Day in 3, 2, 1.
Nix with a play fake. Now rolls to his right. Bone looks in the end zone, throws a ball behind the intended receiver, bounced up into the air, bounced again, and then caught by Devon Vele. Touchdown, Denver!
You know, it's fun to do stuff like that. It's fun to, clinch a playoff spot. And, in the last game of the year against a divisional team.
Yeah, obviously not good enough. We didn't play great as a team. I didn't play my best either. But, we move on from this one pretty quick. It was fun to get out there, fun to give myself, a lot of guys a chance to just go out there and compete. But obviously, we have a better team today.
Yeah, this is fun and exciting, and we obviously wanted it really bad. We're going to enjoy the heck out of it, but it's step one. In some other world, it would have happened a few weeks ago, and we were having this conversation a few weeks ago, but it happened week 18.
You try hard when you're flat. It's still effort, but it's just, it's no good. But our mindset was good today, so that was good to see. We caught them on a day where they didn't play near as well, but
getting this trip out of the way. We'll have plenty of time to get ready for Garden, and then after that we got Hutch, who's always going to be tough. They're going to get after it. Their coach does a great job, and then the SIT, and then TMP and Hayes. So, but we've had plenty of days off, so we'll be ready to go.
At the beginning of the season, going in, we knew it was going to be a rebuilding year. We knew we had a lot of youngins on the court, and so for me, I go in with no expectations. I play balls to the walls however hard I can, and at the end of the game, whatever the outcome is, I'm proud of myself.
Well, we knew, obviously, that they're undefeated for a reason. So we knew it was going to be a battle on the road. Not the ideal way. You'd like to kind of get one to kind of cruise into or whatever, but it also helps us get ready. We got Cunningham at our place Tuesday.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB 95.5 FM, the talk of the town. Yeah, we're back. Had some casualties over the break, but we're ready to go from our holiday break. Good afternoon, Steve Webster with you. Mike Corson along, and our new executive producer is Landon Winkler, running everything on the program today. So if something goes wrong, we have someone now to blame it on besides just poor Hesh, who's not with us today. Mike Hesher started his retirement today with a lighthearted version of Trading Post. He just seemed like the weight of the world had been taken off his shoulders.
Yeah, you got to sleep this weekend, or this morning. That'll do that for you.
The whole weekend. You don't have to worry about the dish filling up with snow, him getting locked out of the building.
He picked a good weekend to do that. A good time. It could have hit Friday night and he would have been done. He knew it.
Oh, we'll miss Hesh, but it's cool just having him around the studio. So, in here this morning. All right, on the program today, Great Bend Tribune sports editor Jim Mazunas will join us via telephone. It's a little bit, still a little icy. Make it down here from the Hutch area for the show today. We'll talk Barton wrestling with Coach Nathan Brockelman. We may or may not talk Barton women's basketball with head coach Alan Clark. The invitation's in the mail. So, yeah, the Lady Cougars did not play this weekend, but they'll get going on Wednesday when Cole Rive's going to be on the show tomorrow. Voice of the Cougars. I want to know how, as a play-by-play man, how is he going to address this Northwest Tech issue? Because now it is Fort Hays Tech Northwest. Fort Hays Tech Northwest with a basketball. They'll take it over the right side.
No, but about the third time, don't you just short, even if it's Wichita Northwest or
you go Northwest, right?
St. John's Tipton. After a while, it's just one or the other.
Yeah, but Northwest Tech was just, so couldn't you still use that?
I just call it Northwest.
But then you don't know who Northwest is.
Every once in a while you throw out. But when you do Wichita Northwest or any of the directional schools, do you use the full name every time?
No, as being a veteran of City League broadcast for a couple of years, no. You do West, South, East.
But everybody knew you were City League. But yeah, throw it out most of the time. But yeah, you got to refresh them every once in a while.
Well, we'll ask Cole about that tomorrow.
I'm more curious about, okay, you got a noon or 1 o'clock tip yesterday, whatever it was. Started seeing videos of what Northeast 30 Road looked like yesterday. So I said, dude, how did you get home? There was a sheet of ice. Took dirt roads. Smart man.
But you still got to go down that hill to get to the dirt road. Then there's a bridge right there that you don't want to end up in the walnut.
He said it was very careful driving.
Unless you just went, well, yeah, okay. Anyway, we'll talk about all those pressing issues with Cole Reif on the program tomorrow. Let's get started with our sounds of the weekend. The call on KOA in Denver yesterday, a play that pretty much summarized the Broncos' 38-0 win over the Chiefs. Devon Vele deflected. There was a deflected pass. It went up in the air. Chief player hit it, and he made a nice play to get down in the end zone. That gave the Broncos a 21-0 lead. And, of course, I don't know how to approach this game. I'm trying not to, be good. I thought the Chiefs would compete. I just want to know, where did they come up with all the players? I thought you only had a 53-man roster. There's guys out there I hadn't seen all year. I thought some of the guys would have to play, right?
Yeah. Well, and on the flip side of that, Denver is a proven dangerous team.
They were sharp yesterday, man.
But
good night.
I want to make sure that Cincinnati does not get in. So I will
care
go
about Cincinnati.
I will go get kids from the middle school to play the Denver Broncos. So that 38-0 score is like big whoop. I
would give
tank as hard as I've ever tanked.
You want that Denver team going?
That's what they are dangerous.
Yeah, they are.
Cincinnati's been gaining steam.
Yeah, but they give up 39 points a game.
Still Cincinnati.
I think it'll be the Broncos and Chiefs here in a couple weeks.
Definitely a good matchup week one with Denver at Buffalo.
Okay, that will be next Sunday. That's a noon kickoff in the first round of the playoffs. Bo Nix talking about the win. They got the Broncos into the playoffs for the first time since 2015.
And I put out a start of the game. It's very hard to go against Denver when they're wearing the Orange Crush uniforms, which I know you like.
Oh, I love them. It goes back to the old AFL days. 26 of 29, 321, 4 touchdowns.
Against the JV.
Well, again, they still look good.
And
he had no pass rush. Okay, Steve Spagnuolo was not going to draw up any exotic blitzes because those guys wouldn't know what to do anyway. But he had all day to throw. Hopefully it'll be different. But
he had a couple big runs back-to-back where one he got caught. It's always funny when you lateral backwards, so you have to look at it in slow-mo to figure out that the ball went backwards. So that was called back. Next play gets another big run, but there was a hold. So his stats could have been even better.
Chiefs were down 21-0. They'd run only 6 plays. Carson Wentz talking about the performance. He was 10 of 17, 98 yards before being taken out. Can you take anything from his performance?
If anything, I'd be worried about him. He got him a win last time, but he wasn't exceptional.
Well, but he was behind another offensive line, too.
Yeah. Just, Patty, stay safe.
Well, he's going to have plenty of time to do it. Again, the Chiefs head to Buffalo, or the Denver heads to Buffalo next weekend, first round of the playoffs. Chiefs get the weekend off as the number 1 seed. They'll play either Saturday, the 18th, or Sunday, the 19th. I like this break because I think it's really going to let the Chiefs get healthy, but having basically 3 weeks off before you can, and we'll see. We won't have to worry about it here for a while anyway. Other first-round AFC matchups, Pittsburgh at Baltimore, Houston at the LA Chargers.
They keep saying MVP was down to Joe Burrow somehow with a 500 record, and your boy Lamar. Where's Sam Darnold in this? You get Minnesota that was 14-2 going into last night, and he's not in the conversation.
Well, I don't think you want to after last night's game.
Yeah, but the conversation took place before last night.
Oh, and of course, Patrick Mahomes isn't in the Pro Bowl because Lamar Jackson is. Lamar Jackson last year didn't have the same ranks as Patrick Mahomes did, but they said, well, but he led his team to a 14-2 regular season. And now this year, Mahomes is ranked above him again. And I'm not...
The conversation, how do you have the best player in the league? By all accounts, he's the guy you want who doesn't make your marquee, your all-star game. It's interesting.
Well...
But his stats aren't spectacular.
If you look at NFL ranks, though, they're better than Lamar Jackson's. Oh, but Lamar led his team to a 12-5 season this year. MVP.
Back-to-back.
Yeah, back-to-back. Okay, Jared Goff, 27 of 33, 231 with a touchdown. He did throw 2 picks, but the Lions beat the Vikings 31-9 last night. Their second straight NFC North title. They earned home field advantage until the Super Bowl. Jahmyr Gibbs, 3 of his franchise record-tying 4 touchdowns in the second half, and the Lions win. So Goff, I don't think Patrick Mahomes has beat him. I don't think he's got a win against Jared Goff. Lions get next weekend off. Vikings, they'll go on the road in the first round against the Rams. The other 2 NFC first-round matchups include Washington at Tampa Bay and Green Bay at Philadelphia. Okay, explain this to me, Mr. Mike Corson. So you're the Green Bay Packers and you're playing the Bears, right? And you rest your quarterback? Because if you lose the game, you're going to go to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. If you go ahead and take care of business and beat the lowly Bears, you'll get the Rams. Why would you have your quarterback on the bench? I don't understand.
With all the clock management that's been going on, I got to quit watching pro sports. These guys, the coaches are making so much money, and then they do stuff, and you scratch your head like, is it that obvious that me, the guy on the couch, doesn't know what I'm talking about? Or are these guys just geniuses? They're all going into halftime, holding timeouts. I don't get it.
How about the New England Patriots? All they have to do is lose to Buffalo, and they've got the number 1 pick in next year's draft. They win 23-16, and then Gerard Mayo gets fired. Certainly they wouldn't do that because I could not see an owner coming out and said, "Oh, we need to lose this game no matter what. I know Buffalo's not going to be trying. They're going to have a bunch of other guys in there, but you need to lose." And then you go out and you win.
Yeah, I had that game on, and you start to get that picture. Like, what is this game going to look like with Buffalo playing its JV and New England not wanting to win? And then New England comes right down and scores it, and you're like, this isn't good. Why? Yeah. I don't believe in tanking, but when it's the last game of the season and you're already playing JV, fumble the ball or something.
You got those guys out there. You got a new quarterback getting his first chance to play. I can't go out there and lose. It kind of looked like one of those 8-man football games. It's reaching halftime, and everybody wants to go home, except the team that's way ahead. And the defense of the team that's getting beat, that's going to be 46-0 at halftime, they don't want to tackle anyone. The other team doesn't really want to score, so you just have a standoff. You just stop at the 25-yard line. No one does anything.
Like the Pro Bowl.
The NFC playoffs coming up. Hey, and Green Bay gets what they wanted. Now they go to Philadelphia. College basketball. Bill Self said his team was a little bit more focused. I guess so. My goodness. 99-48. They win in Orlando over Central Florida, team that beat them in Orlando last year. Hunter Dickinson, 21 of his 27 points in the first half. Goodness. Saturday, K-State lost, blew a 6-point lead in the final 3 minutes. They didn't score, lost 63-62. Wichita State in action tonight. They'll host South Florida. They lost on Friday night to the Temple Owls by the score of 91-85. Barton Men in action over the weekend. Would Rust, Mineral Area College, they would figure they would have Rust too. They hadn't played in a while.
Literally.
Barton was down by 11, and Jeremy Combs just went to his backup guys. Said, "Okay, you guys aren't ready to go." James Parlow, 22 points off the bench. Lina Brooks had 20. Barton 11-3. Mineral Area, good basketball team. They fall to 10-4. Barton returns to conference play. Lady Cougars in action as well, as they will take on Fort Hays Tech Northwest on Wednesday night. 5:30 tip for the women, 5:15 for Cole Rife on B1043 The Point.
So what's that conversation like? You're a high school player, you're getting recruited by Mineral Area. Like, where are you going to go to school and play ball? Well, Mineral Area. Are you going to be a scientist? No, I just want to play ball. What is Mineral? Do you know much?
I do not know about Mineral Area.
Kind of an interesting, you see some interesting names in the junior college ranks, but that's one of them.
I figured Mineral Area would be down like Moline, Kansas, or somewhere southeast Kansas, where they used to have coal shovels working all the time.
Big Brutus,
right?
yeah.
Big Brutus is down in that area. But no, this school is from Missouri. Wednesday, Barton back in action. Oh, by the way, in the Big 12 tonight, Big Monday has TCU at Houston. It's on ESPN2. K-State back in action On Tuesday night, they go to Stillwater to take on Oklahoma State. High school basketball over the weekend. Friday, Kyle Cree, after the game at Liberal, a game they won 89-42 over a shorthanded Liberal team. Great trip to get out of the way. It was a 5 o'clock start. I love that. Nobody had school. Now the Liberal trip's out of the way. Now they get more time to practice this week. They don't play until Friday against Garden City, a team they cannot take lightly. Garden really kept the Panthers from getting a piece of the WAC crown last year by knocking off the Panthers in their first meeting. That was in Garden. This is going to be at the Panther Fieldhouse. Ian Premer, 32 points, 11 rebounds, his fifth double-double in 7 games. And at one point in the game, made 6 straight baskets, and they all were with dunks, including the number 6 that I swear he took off from the free throw line. I know that's not the case, but it seemed like that, and he rammed down another one. 32 and 11. Ben Nicholson, he had a couple dunks in that game. Could have had 3, but he tried the backboard pass to Ian that didn't work out. It almost did. Ben had 16, hit a couple three-pointers. That was good to see. And Great Bend 6-1 overall, 1-0 in the Western Athletic Conference. New rankings come out tomorrow.
Yeah, there's videos of those dunks, and it used to be something special you could see, and it's still special in the high school ranks. I can almost name most of the kids I've seen dunk it. So to have 6 dunks in a game is unbelievable. 6 consecutive dunks, it's unheard of.
Do you you're too young for this probably. Do you remember Martin Lewis?
I just remember the name from Seward County, but
he started at Butler, then he went back to Seward, and then was going to go to Oklahoma State, but then decided he was going to go directly to the NBA. An incredible athlete. He was at the game. It looked like he could go out there and still dunk. You know, in high school, he was a 50-foot triple jumper, 24-10 in the long jump. That's when Liberal was winning state track title after state track title. And he still looked like he could do it. And, of course, his daughter, Shamari, went out and scored 32 on the Lady Panthers.
It was Melvin Sanders. He's a Liberal kid.
He was down there, too. I mean, it was
another kid that could jump out of the gym, went to Oklahoma State. Yeah, he's one of the ones that was on my dunk list.
It was they would go to a state track meet, and they would come out of the long jump with, 10, 18, with 24 points in one event. And that was just like the triple jump.
And they weren't going up against Cooper Omon, I'll tell you that. No, Melvin Sanders was the guy.
Up to 50, man.
Melvin Sanders, I think it was when they played Great Bend, when Great Bend played Hayes, they would chant Melvin Sanders because Sanders had a dunk against a Hayes kid and allegedly knocked him out.
I never saw Martin Lewis dunk it 6 times in a game, though. He had some incredible dunks, but 6 in a row. All right, rebuilding Lady Panthers. Improvement's going to be the story. Again, they get further. There's 26-23, and then Liberal went on a 23-3 run in the middle of the second quarter into the second half. 73-44 Liberal wins. Meredith Mazook, just a sophomore, talking about just going out there and wanting to do the best job she can. I like it when she said we knew there's a lot of youngins on the team. Well, she's one of the youngins. She's a sophomore. And career high 17 points. Gets to the free throw. She shot, was it 10 or 12 free throws? 5-3, getting to the line quite a bit. Meredith Mazook. And Great Bend in action on Friday at home against Garden City. We'll have it over on B1043. The points starting at 5:45, the pregame show. And head coach Jeff Kuckelman talking about getting the win at unbeaten Hodgman, and now they're right back. They'll take on number 1 ranked Cunningham tomorrow. Then they play Central Plains on Friday night, getting ready for a murderer's row here right after the Christmas break.
Yeah, Cunningham's your number 1 in your smallest classification. I think Central Plains, they were top 5 in one of the 1As.
Yes, yeah.
But I went out to that game, didn't know that Hodgman was undefeated. Diego Esparza was averaging 29.5 going in. Scores 9 seconds in, 12.7 minutes in. You're like, uh-oh. But a paltry 37. And Hector Gomez late in the game when I think Kuckelman, there was another quote, we knew they were going to be Diego-centric.
I heard that. That was good.
So
Diego-centric.
he found Hector Gomez 3 times in 2 minutes on the perimeter. Bang, bang, bang. That was kind of it.
I love watching Maxville play. They're so free and easy, and, Coach will make them play defense too. So they've got a big week coming up starting tomorrow. Okay, Jim Mizuna's going to be on the show. We've got Nathan Brockelman, Alan Clark, hopefully, all part of the Monday Sports Day show. Should we have like a moment of silence for Hesh?
The chair is kind of sad and sitting empty over here.
Okay, and we do not have, I just want to see if Landon lost it over the 2 weeks, okay? We will not have an on the prowl.
Oh, God,
He's getting better.
He's got a cold or something. It's not fair.
Sports Day, Monday edition. Rolling on after this.
Jumpstart your education with Barton Online. You can pick up a class or earn an associate degree for less than half the cost of a university. We are always enrolling. Start when it works for you. Choose from 5 sessions throughout the semester, including 16, 8, and 4-week options. Save big on the way toward your career or tackle your gen eds with our low-cost pathway. Visit online.bartonccc.edu and enroll today.
CNE Doors, this is Cindy.
Me, Mom. I passed my math test.
Great job, Hadley. I knew counting all those parts in our huge inventory would help out.
Don't forget about the springs.
That's right. We have the most in-stock springs of anyone in western Kansas.
Well, I don't know if our inventory is making me smarter or just giving me a headache.
Garage doors, service, and repairs at C&D Doors in Great Bend and Hayes.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Sports, leisure, fitness and wellness, even senior and adaptive needs. It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Pick up a program guide or stop by the rec office at 1214 Stone in Great Bend. Or check out the website, greatbendrec.com. Live, play, explore at the rec.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the rec.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Seminars can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Seminars with feel great weight loss results. Mark Patrick Seminars will be in Great Bend on Monday, January 27th.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I've lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
Early bird special, only $49.99. Lose all the weight you want, 100% guaranteed. Monday, January 27th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Great Bend. Weight loss seminar, 5:30 p.m. Registration at 5. Attend this program and find out how the power of hypnosis can help you achieve your weight loss goals. There's limited seating, so get there early. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com.
He's passionate about his high school sports and his trendy sports apparel. Sports Day presents the Great Bend Tribune's Jim Masunas.
Welcome back. Sports Day here on KVGB, brought to you in part by Equity Bank, adding value for our customers and communities. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoyston, and Larned. See the locations tab at equitybank.com for more info. Freedom Claims Management, innovative healthcare plans for your business. Let them take care of everything for you from start to finish, and continued support. They have you covered, and the Barton Cougar Booster Club continue their efforts to make the Barton Athletic Department the best in the country. Jim Mizunas joining us by phone today. Jim, how can I be assured that you're not wearing gym shorts and flip-flops today?
I had to go out and get some snow off the car, so I had to get geared up to that, so I'm good to go.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that you're still a sharp-dressed man, since we promote
promote that. Yeah.
We promote that heavily here. All right, Jim Mizunas with us, Chicago Bears fan. You and Craig Fletcher are the only two Bears fans I know on the planet. So why you told me Jordan Love was hurt. I don't care. If his hand's not broke, you get him in there so you don't have to go to Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was a great win for the Bears. They hadn't won Green Bay in 10 years, and they've lost 12 in a row. So
I know. How do you? I'm sorry. How do you lose to the Bears? I don't know. I don't understand the NFL sometimes. So, anyway.
Yeah. In terms of that, again, you guys touch on that for a minute. The reason why those NFL teams like the Patriots and Bears still compete is minimum salary in the NFL is $800,000. If you play 1 year, it's $900,000. So I think that those guys making $900,000 who are new in the league, they have pretty much incentive to try and play their best, even if their team isn't doing any good. And that's why those teams can come back and win that last game.
And New England wins, so they don't get the number one pick. But they, who knows? They may have screwed it up anyway.
Again, those players are playing for personal reasons, and $800,000 is a pretty good reason to compete on that day.
Why didn't the Chiefs compete?
Well, it was an exhibition game.
Okay.
So they didn't care.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, it's been a while since we've talked. So, hey, Owen Kaiser, a Shrine Bowler, another offensive lineman from Great Bend High School. Pretty cool for Owen.
Yeah, Owen he's sort of what you call a gentle giant. He's such a nice young man, and he's very polite. And then you get him on the football field, and it's like, holy cow, that kid can really play. Was forced into playing pretty much full-time on defense when one of the defensive linemen got hurt and just did a tremendous job. Played both ways and just, again, very well-deserving for Great Bend, and just nice tribute for Coach Aaron Beck and the Great Bend Panthers.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to get Owen in here on Wednesday. We'll see how that works out. Have you ever seen a player in all the games you've broadcast and covered? First of all, did you remember Martin Lewis? Did you get to see him play much?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, well, I saw him at the state track meet, but, yeah, that was the extent of that. But, yeah, you talk about a guy with some athleticism.
But I don't ever remember, in all the games I've covered over all the years, watched a player dunk it on 6 straight baskets that he had. 6 straight dunks for Ian Premer. And a member of the Liberal basketball team, the girls' team, wanted a picture of him after the game and had him sign the program. So, well,
Shamari's dad said that, I used to do that all the time. And Shamari said, oh, yeah, sure, Dad. He said, no, I did. So that was pretty cool.
I don't know if it's 6 straight baskets. So, I mean, I don't know if Martin ever did that. I don't know.
No, it's just incredible. And I was saying, well, God, who have I ever seen do? The only player I could come up with was Todd Bernard, who went to Fresno State from Haven. He would do that at the 3A, 4A level. He would get 2 or 3 dunks a game and just really wow you. But that was the only name I could pull up out of the past or a player. I said, man, who's a player who used to do that 2 or 3 times a game? And Todd Bernard from Haven was the only guy I could think of.
Yeah, someone that would come up and put multiple dunks up in every game. And it's not just dunks,
It's just unprecedented. It's just amazing.
Ben Nicholson gets 16. Liberal really shorthanded. Now Great Bend returns on Friday against Garden City, a team that upset them last year in the first meeting. That was out of Garden. That kept the Panthers from getting a piece of the WAC title. Garden City right now off to a 2-4 start. On the girls' side, Meredith Bazook, 17 points. She showed a lot of kids have shown improvement on the girls' team, but maybe none more so than Meredith. That was nice to see.
Oh, yeah, especially for a 5'3" girl just going into the teeth of the defense, getting to the foul line 12 times. It was just amazing. Yeah, Meredith had a tremendous game. And the only thing that was better was Catherine Mazook's almost half-court shot.
And Meredith said, she didn't know if she called bank or not, but she was really happy for her. So
yeah, that was certainly the highlight of the night, where the cousins, is that right?
Yes.
And they had a little high five and a little chest bump type thing. So that was a lot of fun.
Impressions on the college football playoff. Everybody said, well, yeah, the seeding's all messed. I don't know. There's so many other schools that have been brought into the postseason excitement, I guess. Instead of
the thing that's amazing was that the teams that didn't play were 0-4, and the teams that did play the other game were 4-0. So, does that mean something for the Chiefs? I don't think so. But for college football, it certainly was a disadvantage. And I was glad I voted for Cam Scatterbo, number 2 in the Heisman. Certainly the best performance of any player in the playoff game so far.
I don't know that What about bowl games? Can't we just make it, the second round games at the home sites as well?
Yeah, again, the reason why the coaches like that is they get the extra practices and they get that extra. I think is it 20 practices.
Yeah,
that's why they like. And the thing that they need to fix is the transfer portal. You shouldn't be able to transfer portal. They need to set a later date. You shouldn't have players leaving the playoff team. Penn State had a backup quarterback. I'm going to enter the transfer portal. What happens if our quarterback gets hurt?
Yeah.
I'm going to enter the. It's crazy how even the best teams that are still playing, doing well, are having that dilemma. So I can't imagine trying to keep track of that as a coach. It's just, man, it makes it challenging for sure.
Okay, Texas gets a basic home game again in the Cotton Bowl. They'll be taking on Ohio State, who travels very well. Who's going to win that game? Friday.
Yeah, I like Ohio State. I mean, Will Hard's playing well. I think the K-State Nation is rooting for Will Hard to win a national championship, and should be a pretty even game. Both teams run the ball reasonably well, and both teams have good quarterbacks that have played pretty well at a high level. So, but Ohio State has some pretty good receivers. Smith was really good last weekend.
The 4 teams left, I don't like any of them. And then the Friday game, you have, or the Thursday game, you have Notre Dame against Penn State.
Yeah, that's pretty much a toss-up game there. They're real similar teams. Neither quarterback is really a passing guy. They both are run-oriented, defense-oriented, and ironically, that series is 9-1 between Penn State and Notre Dame. So I guess whoever wins will make the championship and be ahead in the series 10-9.
I think Notre Dame's just going to crush them.
Yeah, they look sharp. I mean, I'm glad that it's a good thing the SEC got Texas to invite. Otherwise, they would be done. And essentially, I consider that a Big 12 game. It was Texas and Arizona State, the Big 12 team to move on. And Arizona State equipped, they did very well, competed very, very well at a high level.
Yeah.
They were one play away. They rushed 11 guys on the quarterback, and the guy's wide open in the end zone. So
a team that was picked to finish 16th in the Big 12.
Yeah, and that's why those rankings are, the SEC is traditionally overrated, they're just way overrated, and it's a perception thing that is not reality anymore. And I think the NIL deal has evened things up in college football for sure.
Oh, without a doubt. Okay, we get going full speed on high school basketball this week. Anything you're looking at? We were talking earlier about Maxville taking on Cunningham tomorrow. Then they get Central Plains. Anything else this week that catches your eye as far as high school basketball goes, Jim?
Yeah, I think you're right on Maxville, playing Hodgman County, Cunningham, and Central Plains in 3 games. What a tremendous series of games that is. Central Plains and Maxville certainly are going to be the contenders in the Central Prairie League, and then Maxville gets another non-league test too. And then on the girls' side, Central Plains and Ellenwood will be right up there for the girls' title along with St. John. And then the Larned girls have had a tremendous season, and they should be a factor in the Central Kansas League, although Haven and Heston certainly are the top of that league. But we'll see how Larned competes. They've done a great job competing under Coach Smith so far.
Yeah,
I do have a little historical note here for you.
Okay.
I always call this brush with greatness. Okay. Occasionally, you might run into somebody. Yeah, you never believe I ran into the airport or whatever. So in 1976, presidential candidate Jimmy Carter visited Carbondale, Illinois, 1 week before the election. And I happened to be in the front row when Jimmy Carter came by, and I shook Jimmy Carter's hand in 1976. A week later, he won the presidential election. So that was my brush with greatness in 1976.
Have you washed your hands since then?
Yeah, I did a couple times.
All right. Well, I like that. Okay. I can't think of any right now. I met you one time, but
I'm certain you have some. Yeah, I mean, you're a Hall of Famer yourself. So I mean, the people are meeting you. They're saying, "Hey, I met Steve Webster. He's a Hall of Famer."
Yeah, exactly. And they'll say, but I didn't know that he was from Larned. Yeah, that's what I usually get. Yeah, that's Steve Webster. But
There's two Sylvesters out
Yeah,
there. One
exactly.
is famous and the other one's infamous.
yeah, I don't know. He's pretty good. So, all right, Jim. Hey, appreciate it. We'll see you hopefully in studio next week. We don't have another blizzard this weekend, and we'll talk to you next
Oh,
Monday.
by the way, I forgot to ask you, how are your college bowl picks doing?
Landon's leading the whole thing right now.
Well, he did good then, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He's my bowl pick'em guy from now on. I'm not going to mess with it. I can.
You chose wisely.
Yes, indeed. All right. Hey, Jim,
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, see ya.
Okay, Jim Mizunas joining us here on Sports Day. Our show brought to you in part today by the Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street in Great Bend and Eller Automotive Repair, where they specialize in wheel alignments, oil changes, and general maintenance for all makes and models of cars and small trucks. Nathan Brockelman up next on Sports Day.
From the Mayo Money Management Studios, 1590 KVGB, Great Bend, and 95.5 FM K238CK, Hoisington.
Hey everyone, this is Cole Wright, voice of the Barton Cougars. Attending sporting events for Barton Community College is great, but did you know you can support the athletic teams even further by getting involved with the Cougar Booster Club? The Boosters help with fundraising for equipment and facility upgrades to give Barton athletes every opportunity to keep succeeding at the regional and national levels. Join the Cougar Booster Club as an individual or business. Call 620-792-9377. Become a booster today. Go Cougars.
When it comes to car maintenance, it's good to know a local guy that can get things done. The Eller family has been in the auto repair business in Great Bend forever. Greg Eller continues that long tradition of helping people. Eller Automotive Repair specializes in wheel alignments, oil changes, and general maintenance for all makes and models of cars and small trucks. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4 Fridays. Eller Automotive Repair at 915 Morton, right behind Great Bend Appliance, Furniture, and Sleep Source, 10th and Morton.
If you're needing a healthcare plan for your business, let the experienced and dedicated staff at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your business's need. Regardless if you're a large corporation or a small business on Main Street, Freedom Claims Management Incorporated can help you provide your employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. Visit freedomclaimsinc.com where you can schedule a free, no obligation health assessment today. Freedom Claims Management Incorporated in Great Bend.
It's Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM. Presented by Barton Community College and the Cougar Athletic Department.
Sports Day brought to you in part by Equity Bank. Here when you need us. Bank local. Save big with in-person banking and business banking. Find out more at equitybank.com. And American Plains Co-op Bulk Fuel Department, featuring number 2 clear diesel, bulk fuel, E10, fuel delivery, and all your lubricants and fuel supplies. Nathan.
mix it up, coordination, and some of them are real good. Some of them
and Notre Dame over the weekend, and Notre Dame